Now that you know how to create and publish pages on your WordPress.com blog, I have a tip for you. On every single site you create, either on WordPress.com or anywhere else on the web, there should always be at least 2 pages. And these 2 pages should be your About page, which has information either about you or about the site or about you and the site, and also a contact page that gives people clear information about how to get in touch with you. Exactly what goes on that contact page depends on what kind of site you have. If it's a business, you could put a map pointing to the business and the business address. You can even put a phone number there if you want to. But if it's a personal site and you only want people to be able to contact you through the site, it's a good idea to put up a contact form. Now, a lot of people want to simply put their email address on the website because they think if you put the email address, then people can just copy the email address and send you the email they want to. I'm going to discourage you from ever doing that. In fact, I'm going to discourage you from putting your email address anywhere on the web. And the reason is quite simple. If you put an email address on the web, bots, these computers that scour the internet looking specifically for email addresses, will find your email address and start sending you lots of garbage. That's how you get spam in your inbox. So by avoiding putting your email address on your site, you avoid a lot of spam. Instead, we're going to create a contact page with a contact form. So first we need to create a new page. I'll go to my dashboard, go to pages, and select add new. I'm going to call this page contact. And here I can put in some information. So I'll say contact Morten from just Morten about anything you want by filling out the form below. Not sure if he'll actually answer, but I can guarantee he'll read your message. Of course, you could put in anything you want here. This is where you would put in your address, your phone number, your map, whatever you want to display to people who visit your site. Now I'm going to add in a contact form. Previously in the course, I mentioned there's this option in the left-hand sidebar menu that says feedback. And from here, you can get the feedback that people are sending to your site. Well, one of these feedbacks is a contact form. To add a contact form, you simply click the large Add a Contact Form button right here, and it opens a panel where you can create a contact form. You'll get one by default that has name, email, website, and comment. And if you want to, you can edit this further. If you want to move one of the elements, let's say you want to have website above email, you simply hover over move and move it up. If you want to move it down again, you simply move it down again. If you want to gather further information, you can click add a new field. So for example, if I want to collect phone numbers, I can type in the label. So this is just a description, and then select what I'm collecting. In this case, it should be text. If I want to make it required, I simply click required and save this field. And now I have a new field that I can pull up and place wherever I want. And I can do the same thing with existing fields. For example, if you have the comment here, but you want to edit it to be something else, you can do so. And if you want to do something like find out where people are coming from, you can say that. How did you find us? And then use a dropdown to give people a dropdown and then add options. So I'll say Google and lynda.com and a friend and message from outer space. I'll save the field. And now what will happen is people will fill out their name, their email, their phone number, and also have to select how they found me before they can submit the actual comment. When you're done with a form, you can either just insert it right now, or you can go to email notifications, and here you can enter in the email address to which the form will be sent. So this is if you want any content that's entered into the form to be sent to your email address, you would add your email address. But this email address will not be made public, so you don't have to worry about bots finding the email address and then things happening. But this is not something you have to do. Even if you don't fill this out, the content from the form will be saved inside WordPress.com, so this is purely optional. If you do select an email address, I suggest you also put in something in the subject line saying form entry from just morten.wordpress.com so that you know where this email is coming from. But I'm going to leave this alone. Simply go back to Form Builder, make sure my form is correct, scroll down, and click Add this form to my post. When you add the form to your post, what you actually get is this set of what's called shortcodes. They are these square bracket pieces of code. And if you read this, you should be able to format your own forms without using the actual tool later on. But I'm not going to go through that now. You can read this on your own and figure out how it works. It's pretty straightforward. And then you can create your own custom forms. Now that I've created my contact form, I'm going to click Publish. I'm going to go View My Page. And here you'll see we have the contact title, contact description, and then the form itself. So here I can fill in the form. And I have to select where I found it. So I'm going to say message from outer space. I can put in the website if I want to. So here I'm going to put in, and then the comment. Just testing to see that it works. And when I'm done filling it out, I click Submit. Contact form is submitted. And now I can go back to my dashboard, go under Feedback, go to Feedback, and here you see that message inside WordPress.com. So that means when people send you messages, you have one place where all the messages end up. You can read them. You can respond to people by simply following the link to their email address. You can even visit their website and find out where they're coming from, and then respond to it if necessary, or not respond to it if you don't want to. Now, one last thing. This function, contact form, does not just have to be a contact form. You can use it for anything you want. So if you're creating a post and you want to ask people questions, you can use a contact form to do that, and then they will submit an answer to you that will land in feedback. So don't let the name contact form restrict you to only creating contact forms. You can create as many forms as you want, and you can add them anywhere you want on the site, and all the responses will land under feedback and feedback.